Fellas, life is short, but you don't have to be. I got the short kings covered with today's sponsor, Kanzuri. Kanzuri makes shoes that help you look up to 2.8 inches taller without anybody knowing. Girls have their heels. It's about time men get a boost in their confidence too. For a limited time, only for listeners of this program, you can get an extra 15% off your order. All you got to do is use the code Chael at Kanzuri.com. Let me spell that for you. Conzuri.com. Use the promo code Chael, save 15%. And not only do they have you standing taller, but they are super comfortable, guys. I've been wearing the ice runners around and my feet feel great. The height insoles are actually built into the shoe, so no one can tell that you're getting a secret height boost. Kanzuri doesn't compromise on aesthetics. They have styles for every occasion. You can go with smart, casual, sporty, you name it, they got it. On top of 30% off the site, you can get an extra exclusive 15% off. You get the discount at Kanzuri.com by using the promo code Chael. That's 45% in total off your order. Kanzuri.com, promo code Chael. Or guys, you want me to make it really easy? Just click on the link below. All right, guys, hold the phone. We got to back up, right? It has been so difficult to get information lately, which is usually just not a thing in our sport, right? You can telephone, telegraph, and tell a fighter, the word's going to get out. Nobody can keep a secret. That's always been the rule in our sport. And it's tough right now. So, Duplessis is going to fight Adesanya in Australia in August as part of a new television deal. Now, you guys all believe that. Give me my credit, right? Give me my credit. You guys all believed that, and you were told that, and you were told that by every publication there was. And I told you 3 weeks before the fight, no, they're not. And they were never officially named. I'm talking about Whitaker and Duplessis. They were never officially named. And that means Dana came out and said this number one contender's match. That's not how it happened. Somebody got in Joe Rogan's ear. Joe Rogan made that match in the ring, but we all knew. We all knew that Joe was doing absolutely the right thing. Oh, by the way, here comes Izzy, right? I mean, even though it wasn't expressly stated, we all knew. Well, all of us but one. I told you it wasn't. I told you over and over it wasn't. And it didn't matter who. I told you it doesn't matter if Duplessis pulls an upset. He was a 3-1 underdog at DraftKings. It doesn't matter if Whitaker goes out there and stomps him, which I thought he would do. But I told you guys, it's going to be a bludgeoning. And neither one of those guys is going to turn around in a month. Neither one of those guys, no matter who wins, is going to be named a number one contender at a fight in July for a fight that's in August with a totally different opponent. Oh, by the way, they're going to add 70% to it. 2 more rounds. I mean, I told you this till I was blue in the face. And you want to know what I tell you right now? It's not just to shine my own wheels. That, of course, is a piece of it. It's to let you know and kind of defend Duplessis a little bit here. Duplessis looks like the skunk at the garden party. Whitaker wanted to done it. Neither one of those guys was going to turn around and go and do it. And by the way, we've never expected someone to. There's been short notice. I understand that. There's been last minute. I understand that. I had a fight, UFC 109, personalized real fast. Fought a gentleman named Nate Marquardt, co-main event spot. Biggest opportunity I ever had. Biggest opportunity. The fight was to be a number one contenders match for Nate. Meaning if Nate beats me, Nate goes and fights Anderson for the title. It was not a double-edged sword, but at any rate, I ended up winning. They ended up giving me the opportunity. But I got a call to do that fight in Abu Dhabi. You might remember Damian Maia fought Anderson Silva. I got called to do that fight. And I bring that to you because that would represent 3 weeks after I had fought at 109. I would have been a number one contender. I would have been out there defending exactly what Duplessis was asked to do. But mine was different in that that wasn't the plan by design. I can't remember who was supposed to fight Anderson out there. I can't remember who it was that pulled up lame. But when I got the call, I was in. But they were kind of shopping ideas. And this is a period of time ago. So how that all played out, I'm just sharing for you. Yeah, there are guys who have had number one contendership matches, have got to fight for world championships, that had just competed somewhere else, but it wasn't by design. And I got to say that as a way of defending Duplessis, right? Misery likes company. He's not doing the fight. Whitaker wasn't going to do the fight either. So this piece isn't really to relive history. It's a timeline, because then we're told Sean Strickland steps in and takes it. And that made a lot of sense. That's what Izzy wanted. And Izzy and Sean were on a collision course. I thought Sean was going to beat Pierre. Sean was ranked number 6 in the world. I don't think Pierre had anything. Nobody would fight Pierre. Pierre was a monster. Pierre was an animal. Sean's strategy, I mean, I can go relive that thing all I want. I'm just here to tell you, if Sean would have beaten Pierre, Sean would have fought Izzy. And when they got to the press conference leading into all of this, Sean came right after him, and Izzy came right on back. I mean, right, we were getting ready to fight. It was one punch away from having that fight happen. So to go and have those guys compete makes a lot of sense. Not to mention, Izzy doesn't forget a damn thing. Izzy didn't forget that press conference, and neither did Sean. I mean, these two are oil and water. They're just not going to get it right. They're just not. These two are going to fight, whether they verbally fight over microphones like you've already seen, or we can find some time that they can get in there. But it's very relevant, because Izzy's not looking for an easy fight or a lower rank fight. He's not looking for any of that. He's been wanting to fight Sean for a period of time and would have already fought him had one punch gone differently. I mean, I'm just sharing for you. It's a hard fight. It's the right fight to make. And Izzy said he was making it. And Sean said he was accepting it. And there's never been a time that Sean says, I'm doing a fight, or Izzy says, I'm doing a fight, and then that fight wasn't the one that they were doing. But then we get news. I believe it was Helen Yee. I believe it was Helen came out with Sean live at Extreme Couture Gym, takes the camera in, and we find out they're not going to do the fight. And Sean did not spare the lash, by the way, which probably comes to you as no surprise. But Sean did not spare the lash. He attacked the entire second floor. The Ultimate Fighting Championships, located in Nevada. Said they dropped the ball. They really screwed this one up. And there was one thing. When Sean was on his rampage that did stick with me, because Sean said they dropped the ball. They got a main event in 6 weeks, and they don't have an opponent. There's no one available. There's no one in shape. There's nobody trained like me. They've got an opponent. They've got everything. They have everything that they need. It's right here. Oh, by the way, the announcement's already been made. He made a very reasonable point. As simple as that might sound, he made a reasonable point. I end up getting a call from my partner, Ryan, that says, if this information is true, they must be putting Cannonier in. And that was just really hard to believe. That was really hard to imagine. I know they like parody and like change things up. These guys got business anyway. All I'm bringing for you is they didn't put Cannonier in. Sean, as of right this second, just did another interview with Helen after work at Extreme Couture, and he says, we're working on it. He didn't get any further than that. He said, we are working on it. This isn't dead. He said that. In conjunction with Israel Adesanya saying, no, I want Strickland. I don't know what's going on over there, the second floor. But for me, fix it. This is who I want. This is who you said. You already changed it on me once. Duplessis and Bobby Knuckles are very different, but I flew to Vegas and I was going to step in and whoever it was, I was going to do. I did that. And it changed. Right, I'm telling this is what the style bender said. I'm adding to it, but he makes a very good point. And one thing about that second floor, the Ultimate Fighting Championships located in Nevada, they're very reasonable. But like anybody, sometimes you have to be told to know and go, oh, yeah, yep, that makes sense. You're right. Sometimes you forget a little detail like that. Izzy came out, he said, look, you already changed it on me, and I rolled with it, but now you're going to try to change it a third time. Not as thrilled about that. And the fact that Izzy is still working on it, and the fact that Sean said we're working on it, I think that that's the direction we're going to go. Not to mention a byproduct of process by elimination and addition by subtraction. I think you got Sean by default, which is great news, guys. That's the fight. I went as far as to predict for you guys, and I told you guys the Prohaska coming down rumor, this is garbage. I told you that, right? I admitted I heard the rumor, but I told you this isn't true. If you're not going to do Sean against Izzy, and the fight is now 5 weeks away, I think you pull Izzy completely. And that's what you'd have to do. I don't think there's another meaningful opponent. And we want to see Izzy. And Australia wants to see Izzy. Izzy versus Strickland. Strickland says we're working on it. What's there to work on? Like, what part of it has you guys confused? Do you not know how you're going to get to Australia? You're thinking maybe a plane or a train? Automobile, hitchhike, swim? Yeah, we're going to take a plane just to clear it up for you. Weight class, 185. Venue, who cares? Flight, 21 hours. Purse, defer to the contract at 100 G's. What is it we're still working on? Maybe I can help.